Oppenheimer was not alone in his quest to unleash the power of the atom. He was surrounded by a brilliant team of physicists, chemists, engineers, and mathematicians who worked together in secret during World War II to create the most destructive weapon ever devised by human beings. Some of them were his friends, some of them were his rivals, some of them were his mentors, and some of them were his enemies. But they all shared a common passion for science and a common responsibility for its consequences. These are the people you should get to know urgently before watching the incoming movie Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan and starring Cillian Murphy as the father of the atomic bomb, J. Robert Oppenheimer. Rutherford. The first one is Ernest Rutherford, also known as the father of nuclear physics. Rutherford was a New Zealand-born British physicist who discovered the structure of the atom and the existence of the nucleus. He also performed the first artificial nuclear transmutation when he bombarded nitrogen atoms with alpha particles and turned them into oxygen atoms. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908 for his work on radioactivity. Rutherford was one of Oppenheimer's teachers at Cambridge University in the 1920s, where he inspired him to pursue a career in physics. He also influenced many other prominent physicists who worked on the atomic bomb project, such as Niels Bohr, James Chadwick, John Cockcroft, and Ernest Lawrence. Fermi. The second one is Enrico Fermi, also known as the architect of the nuclear reactor. Fermi was an Italian-born American physicist who made significant contributions to quantum electrodynamics, the theory of light and matter interactions, for which he shared the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1938 with Julian Schwinger and Shinichiro Tomonaga. He also demonstrated that nuclear transformation occurs in almost every element subjected to neutron bombardment, leading to the discovery of slow neutrons and nuclear fission. Fermi was one of Oppenheimer's colleagues at Columbia University in New York, where he conducted experiments on neutron-induced chain reactions. He later moved to Chicago, where he built the world's first nuclear reactor under a squash court at the University of Chicago. He also participated in the design and testing of the first atomic bomb at Los Alamos. Lawrence. The third one is Ernest Lawrence, also known as the inventor of the cyclotron. Lawrence was an American physicist who developed the first particle accelerator that could produce high-energy beams of protons, deuterons, and other ions. He used his device to study nuclear reactions and artificial radioactivity. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1939 for his invention. Lawrence was one of Oppenheimer's friends and rivals at Berkeley University in California, where he founded the Radiation Laboratory and attracted many talented scientists from around the world. He also helped Oppenheimer secure funding and resources for the atomic bomb project, but he disagreed with him on some technical aspects and political issues. Feynman. The fourth one is Richard Feynman, also known as the Joker of physics. Feynman was an American physicist who remade quantum electrodynamics and invented a pictorial representation scheme for subatomic particles known as Feynman diagrams. He also worked on superfluidity, particle physics, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and many other fields. He was co-awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1965 for his work on quantum electrodynamics. Feynman was one of Oppenheimer's students at Princeton University in New Jersey, where he completed his PhD thesis on the principle of least action in quantum mechanics. He later joined Oppenheimer at Los Alamos, where he became one of the leaders of the theoretical division and contributed to various aspects of the atomic bomb design and calculation. He also entertained his colleagues with his witty jokes, pranks, safe-cracking skills, and bongo playing. Bohr. The fifth one is Niels Bohr, also known as the father of quantum mechanics. Bohr was a Danish physicist who developed the Bohr model of the atom, which introduced the concept of quantized energy levels and orbits for electrons. He also proposed the principle of complementarity, which states that some aspects of physical reality can only be observed separately, such as the wave and particle nature of light. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1922 for his work on atomic structure. Bohr was one of Oppenheimer's mentors and friends who invited him to work at his Institute of Theoretical Physics in Copenhagen in 1927. Bohr also played a key role in the development of quantum mechanics, collaborating with Heisenberg, Pauli, Dirac, and others. He was involved in the Manhattan Project as a consultant, and he also tried to promote international cooperation and control of nuclear weapons. He had a famous meeting with Heisenberg in 1941, where they discussed the possibility and morality of building an atomic bomb. Heisenberg. The sixth one is Heisenberg, also known as the discoverer of the uncertainty principle. Heisenberg was a German physicist who formulated quantum mechanics in terms of matrices, which allowed him to calculate the energy levels and spectra of atoms and molecules. He also showed that there is a fundamental limit to the precision with which certain pairs of physical quantities can be measured simultaneously, such as the position and momentum of a particle. This is known as the uncertainty principle, which implies that reality is probabilistic and interdeterminate at the quantum level. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1932 for his creation of quantum mechanics. Heisenberg was one of Oppenheimer's colleagues and rivals who worked with him at Göttingen University in Germany in 1926. Heisenberg later became the leader of the German nuclear weapons program during World War II, but he failed to produce a working bomb due to technical difficulties and ethical doubts. He visited Bohr in Copenhagen in 1941, where he tried to convey his dilemma and seek his advice, but their conversation was tense and inconclusive. Einstein. Last but not least, we have Albert Einstein, the mastermind of relativity, who made a profound impact on the world of physics and became an iconic figure in scientific history. Born in Germany, he later became an American citizen and forever altered our understanding of space-time and gravity with his groundbreaking theories of special general relativity. These theories presented a radical departure from classical physics, proposing that space and time are interconnected and influenced by the presence of matter and energy. Einstein's contributions extended beyond relativity. His explanation of the photoelectric effect revealed the dual nature of light, behaving both as a wave and a particle. This pivotal discovery paved the way for the development of quantum theory, a field that he had mixed feelings about due to its inherent probabilistic nature, which contradicted his preference for a deterministic view of the universe. In 1921, Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for his pioneering work on the photoelectric effect, further solidifying his status as a preeminent scientist. Throughout his career, he remained a proponent of peace and was staunchly against war and violence. Einstein's passionate advocacy for nuclear disarmament and world peace showcased his deep humanitarian spirit. One of the individuals profoundly influenced by Einstein's brilliance and dedication to science was J. Robert Oppenheimer. Einstein served as an idol and inspiration for Oppenheimer, encouraging him to pursue the study of physics and delve into the mysteries of relativity. Thanks to Einstein's guidance and support, Oppenheimer secured a position at Princeton University in New Jersey, where they subsequently developed a close friendship and professional collaboration. While Einstein and Oppenheimer shared a deep passion for physics, they had distinct perspectives on the role of science in warfare. As a pacifist, Einstein deeply regretted his involvement in the Manhattan Project, which he initiated through a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1939. In this letter, he alerted the U.S. government to the potential threat of Nazi Germany developing an atomic bomb, inadvertently setting in motion the development of the atomic bomb in the United States. Oppenheimer, on the other hand, took a different approach when World War II erupted, becoming heavily involved in the Manhattan Project and leading the team responsible for creating the first atomic bomb. The immense power and destruction unleashed by this weapon weighed heavily on Oppenheimer's conscience, leading him to quote the Bhagavad Gita after witnessing the first successful test, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." These are the 7 scientists you should get to know urgently before watching the movie Oppenheimer. They are not only brilliant minds who shaped our understanding of nature, but also complex human beings who faced moral dilemmas and ethical challenges in their lives. That's all for now. If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel and click here to watch the next video.